Armstrong Martins, former Xfactor, former Voice choir singer, now turned into a KO king. This brother beat someone down in 5 seconds, sent someone viral. The same guy, I woke up and I looked at my inbox and this guy was it was a highlight in my reels. Like literally, he'd knocked this guy out in 5 seconds. The guy come running in with no jab and no IQ. Overhand right landed. He sent this guy to a different postcode. And that was it. It was the game, set and match. And that put you onto the scene, didn't it? That put you onto the boxing scene. Since then you are 6 fights and 1 loss, I believe. You don't count that one. But listen. So listen, he's on the scene with a viral KO. If you haven't seen it, you must see it. 5 seconds flat, part this guy right up like it was a Mini Cooper with power steering. Listen, what are you going to expect? There's expectations every time you fight now, because you've been knocking brothers out. What do the fans expect? You're fighting a 150-fight veteran, Liam Cullen, on August the 17th on the takeover.
Yeah, definitely a good night of boxing. But first of all, I want to thank Pastor Toby for coming down today. So importantly, and all the supporters, everyone coming out today, especially O'Hara Davis, the Moreno's team, LV as well, Will Davies, shout 3X Boxing. Yeah, and the team. Pretty much a good night of boxing. Clinical, technical, and precise.
Listen, you've gone from choir singing to getting punched in the face. How's that transition gone down? You just took it like a fish to water?
I haven't gone from any choir singing until there.
And then you're just knocking brothers out in your part-time, man?
Oh, it's de-stressing.
That's how you relax. That's how you relax on the weekends, knock people out. Now listen, that grill is absolutely superb. I don't know if you can see that grill. That is a superb grill, that is. Fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. Where do I get one of those from?
If you just go to Hatton Gardens and you go to Touch of Gold, and if you go on Instagram and if you type in N Jewelry, I'm sure Cash will give you a detailed breakdown of what we need to pay.
Let's get back to the fighting. So Liam Cullen, you are fighting. He is fought in bare knuckle as well. He's had 150 plus fights. He's a strong guy. But once again, the fight fans would have you favourite being in the fact that you're on an absolute kill streak at the moment. I think it's fair to say you're on an absolute kill streak at the moment. Are you a little bit worried about his experience and the fact that he has seen so many styles and so many different fighters? Question for the coach.
Yeah, obviously he's got 150 fights, so you train, you take every opponent very, very seriously. That's the main thing. And he's only had like 8 to 7 fights and he's knocked out all of his opponents, so it's a thing where we don't take anything lightly, we take him very, very serious. Somebody with 150 fights is a serious competitor in my eyes, so we are not looking over, we're not bending any corners. You know, we're doing our runs, we're staying fit, we're eating the right food, and we're staying very, very active.
Let me just say, it is refreshing to see, because you were offered an easier fight, you guys. You know, you were offered an easier fight, I must say, and you took the hardest challenge. When the options were given to you guys, you took the hardest fight out of the options that were given to you, and that's refreshing to see. We talked about ducking fighters and padding fighters up. Did you have absolute confidence that, you know, that Cullen wasn't going to be a challenge for our guy?
No, not at all. Obviously, I'm a student to the game. I've watched a lot of tape. I've seen that he's a little bit of a kung fu artist. You know, he's had 150 fights, but his main role is a kickboxer, isn't it? So we do boxing. So what we stand on is boxing. But we're not overlooking him because he's had the experience. He's had 150 opponents in front of him. So he might have a different look for another day. So as long as we...
Bare knuckle background he's got?
Yeah, bare knuckle background. But what is that with 10-ounce gloves on, you know what I mean? What power does he bring to the table, I don't know, we're just going to have to test him out, put his name to the test.
Listen, we talked about that viral KO, Armstrong. We talked about it, and then I was also at your last fight. I was actually, I used to like your last fight, and it's always had 20,000 people view it, which is crazy for a small, it was a small hall show. Again, it was a one-punch bang finish. Are you now expected to always deliver the one-punch bang finish?
I think it's very. I think most of the times when it's happening, I think it's reaction. Because if you look at the one of the fights against that guy that ran at me, the fight because like you can't say that's not reaction. Like I just turned around and you get. Yeah, so like whatever opens up, that's what's gonna get blocked. But in the meantime, I've grown in feelings for this sport. So it's like the more rounds I can get in, the more joy I'll take out of it. So it's like a lose-lose for that side.
Has listen, the 5-second KO, the guy ran at you with no jab and you just knocked him straight out. Is that a mismatch or was it exceptional performance?
Well, my dog was left at home by herself, yeah, and she only just turned 1, so she was a bit younger, so I didn't mind getting out there quick, yeah. But if you check the guy's footage, yeah, he's actually quite good. Like he just did the wrong thing, I think.
So exceptional performance. It wasn't a mismatch.
I think it was just I don't know. Well, shout out to that side.
You put anybody in front of him and we see it, it's going to deal with the business. That's it. Doesn't matter what the name is, doesn't matter who it is. He signs the contract, you train for that person.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone wants to see, fight fans want to see Armstrong in a test. He's been knocking people out, literally, as I said, one-punch bangs. We want to see him in the rounds, and I think he's going to get that in this fight, and that's what makes this fight interesting. I'd be very surprised if he bangs out Cullen in 5 seconds. He's going to make him work. It's going to be a difficult fight. Have you trained for a war to go the distance?
I can't say everything that's been happening in training, but I'm in camp with him. I'm basically training like I'm fighting under 17. My body's aching because of this guy. He's hitting my arms, knocking my arms out of place on the pads. This ain't no play sport, you know what I mean? I've had mistakes in the ring, but somebody like me who's been through it, who's an amateur boxer, like proper boxer, I'm able to give this knowledge to my little brother, and he's like a sponge, you know what I mean? So the truth is, I was really hoping for this Liam Cullen to be here today. I wanted to look at him in his eyes because all these other opponents that have come through, I've had a look at them, and then it's just, you know what I mean? They say they talk a good game, but when they're in there, none of their parents are there. Don't bring your kids, don't bring your auntie, don't bring your family in there because it's a very, very dangerous sport.
Listen, I sponsor Armstrong, my promotion, Gunman Promotion sponsor Armstrong, and I know I have to rein this guy in. He's always looking, he's always got a hit list, and he's always looking 2-3 fights ahead. I always say, calm down, mate, take one fight at a time. But let's talk about that hit list. We know that you're looking to turn over brothers like they're pancakes on Stroke Tuesday. Who is on that list?
There's nobody particularly on the list.
Aegis Virgo, surely. He's on everyone's goddamn list.
Wait. He's living his own story, man. What's his weight? But he's living his own story.
Lion in the middle.
Yeah, he's living. The only issue with Idris Virgo, the only issue of there's 2 people, like, you see, for this influencer thing, yeah, there's 2 people in the whole of the influencer thing that's gonna give you trouble, yeah. And I'll be honest, today you lot spoke, but you heard it here first. That was when I was watching. Every time I've done my research, I've seen Idris Virgo and I've seen Ty Mitchell. Those 2 are real boxers, but they're actually real boxers. So I don't know whether I'm gonna go Floyd Mayweather style and just start sit down at 79 and just do influences. Because I know I'll take them all. But not people that's mixed with actually they've gone through years of professional training, they've got history in pro boxing and stuff like that. It's not like I ain't interested in it for that reason because I'm not as experienced as them. I don't think I know that much at this point.
Oh, yeah.
So, for now, that's what I feel like.
Yeah. I'll be on that one. Say that again? I am.
Poor old Idris, everyone wants that guy. Like, all I did was come to just watch a little bit of
I'm
press
here for
conference.
it. 4 versus 1.
Idris Bergo is the most dangerous fighter influence in boxing.
No, I agree. He can't get the fights because he's too good for that level. Yeah, so let's just quickly just talk on the Cullen fight then. So obviously this guy looks heavy-handed. He's experienced. He's rugged. Is he your hardest fight yet? Don't take too long. My arm's killing me.
I think the fight is won in camp. I think the fight is won in mental battles. Yeah, and fight is won in new things that you just surpass and overcome. And if you're spending your time overcoming, there's not much to a task that you're looking ahead to. So I mean, I'm content in the hardships I faced in my journey.
Listen, your fight is one of the most exciting fights on the bill.